Hey everybody, Shawn Farquhar here. It's August 29th, and I'm just home sitting on my couch after 2 months of performing in the People's Republic of China in a very cool tour with David Stone, Henry Evans, and Sylvester the Jester. If you haven't checked out the videos on my YouTube channel, go there now. Check them out. Maybe you're already there watching this one, so go check out the other ones. I do a presentation of Sean Begonia's Extreme Hanky that's pretty cool. A variation on Daryl's Presto Printo, which is lots of fun. And I do a fun little piece with Snickers, the chocolate bar, and I eat bugs. Yeah, I eat bugs. Henry Evans eats bugs, and David Stone eats bugs. You really want to check it out. What a surprise to come home and find that the Wizard Product Review had done a review on Sherlock. I'm not sure if you've seen it, and so I posted it right here.
On the show we have.
Check it out. Watch this for the next few minutes, and then maybe later you'll want to go visit their channel and see all the other reviews. They're an absolute blast. Sean isn't always there. A lot of times it's David and Craig, and you really want to check them out. They're a lot of fun, honest reviews.
By the comedy book test by
thanks
Shawn
guys
Farquhar.
for the thumbs up on this one.
Two-time world champion of magic, not just one time, two-time, and
well
also the recipient of the Wizard Product Review mug. Which he keeps.
What do you get for the what? Who? Why did they get a mug? What was the mug for?
He got a trophy at Magic Live for being awesome.
Oh wow!
And he put it up on his bookshelf next to all his FISM trophies and everything.
Well, it's better than FISM.
Yeah, exactly. He got a mug from the Wizard Product Review.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's nice about this, Sean, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, is it's nice to see something come out that's not. Like close-up, you know, something that's designed for a stage or a cabaret performer. I was going to say something that's not Sans, something that's not close-up.
Yeah.
You know? So we've got a comedy book test. Now, you don't think of book tests and think comedy. The only one I've ever seen is The Gallows.
The Gallows,
which has well, I know you're really good friends with Mark, and you know, I do The Gallows. I think it's absolutely brilliant. This is a completely different thing to The Gallows. This is totally different.
I know, it's brilliant, but it is good. And it's different laughs.
I'll tell you what, I'll synopsise it, and then you can go through exactly what you think about it. Does that sound good? So basically what it is you've got, what's nice about this, you've got about 8 live performances on the DVD. You see him doing it on cruise liners, you see him doing it on TV, you see him doing it a ton of times. Basically, the whole idea is it's very similar to Paperballs Over the Head, except you get a magical moment at the end. So you bring a spectator up on stage, and you say that you're going to prove to them how strong your mind is, and that you've got a book here, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. There's 202 pages, and you have memorised every single part of this book. You've memorised every single chapter, every single paragraph, every single page. You have memorised everything, and you're going to prove it to them, and then they stand with you on stage, and you tell them to stand cheek to cheek, you know, so that way when you're back to back, if you move to look over your shoulder, they'll be able to feel it. You give them the book, you tell them to open up to any page. When they open up to a page, you tell them to read out the page number, and they say 80, and he says, okay, fantastic, whatever the page is, he says, okay, fantastic, count how many paragraphs there are on that page. And what's happening is behind their back, he then reaches into his pocket and he pulls out an identical book, and you see him turning to that moment, and that's a really funny moment.
It's a sucker gag. Yeah.
It's a sucker gag.
The audience are in on it. You're in on it.
Everyone's laughing. They're laughing. They think it's all being played seriously, and you're going, okay, there's 6 chapters, and look at the first word. The first word is trick. Look at the middle chapter. It starts with how. Look at the last 5 words: I, and, instant, and, in. And that's reading it backwards, and you're telling them information, and they're blown away. You can see from the reaction, they're amazed. They're amazed. The audience are laughing. It's a really funny moment. You then turn back round, and then you say, you impressed? It's almost like I had a copy of the book myself. And again, a big laugh. And then the finale is, you say, of course, you were thinking of page 80. This is my page 80. Oh, maybe I should explain. Every single one of these pages are completely blank. Every single page in here is completely blank. And that's your magical moment at the end. The magical moment is that you've had all the comedy and all the byplay and all of the kind of Paperballs Over the Head moment leading up to it. And then at the end, you show that you've got a completely blank book. This is not a Svengali principle either.
It's not.
You were fooled. You were sitting there watching the performance going, I don't know how that works.
I didn't know the method.
What?
I thought he had a Svengali book.
Yeah. It's not.
It's not. It's not.
It's not Svengali.
It's not Svengali.
Yeah, he goes through.
Yeah.
No, Dave's full.
Yeah,
he goes
there you
through.
go.
He goes through the creative process behind it, and he first of all had 3 books. Then he went through a Svengali type thing, and then he said, "Well, that made it a bit too awkward for him. He wanted to freely show it, and he didn't want to be in a situation where he had to hide anything, and it made it awkward." So no, it's not a Svengali principle.
It's not Svengali.
It's not Svengali. You can see. You know. So I'm not going to
Yeah,
break the
there
book.
we
It's
go.
not Svengali.
What I think about it is, I love the bits of business. I love the comedy.
You can tell it's going to be funny.
It's something. It fills up time in the show. It works. The magic moment isn't a big payoff.
But to be honest, I don't think that matters. With paper balls
It
over
depends-
the head.
it depends what you want out of it.
Is there a magic with paper balls over the head? There's no payoff at all. It's just, I've made all these disappear. Thank you very much. Go and sit down. It's just like a 5-minute gag. With this, it's a very similar build-up to paper balls. You've got the same laughs. You've got the same jokes.
You haven't though, because the paper balls over the head is a routine that escalates. So you're starting off with a small ball, you're getting the ball bigger and bigger and bigger. So the joke's getting bigger.
Yeah, I could argue this
is
escalates
the
because you
joke
go
once.
first. Yeah, no, I
It's
disagree.
the joke once.
Because, no, it's not, because you go, okay, look at the first chapter, look at the first paragraph, look at this, and every single time you're giving them the information,
right,
they're
look
getting
that
more
way.
amazed.
Look.
Do you think you could use it as a lead-in to a book test?
I think this is
That's
brilliant.
what we're gonna get
I
into
think
that.
this is brilliant, but I think it's brilliant for different reasons that you're saying. So it sounds like you're going, it's good, and I'm saying it's bad. It's not. I think this is really good. It's a really good piece of comedy. I wouldn't compare it necessarily to paper balls over the head, because it's a gag, and then it's a payoff to the trick at the end. And it's a really funny gag. It's something that I do. I could see myself doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking for a really strong mentalism piece as a book test, then there's other book tests out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
this is a fun lead into a mentalism act.
Well, I was speaking
the
to
gallows, like
I was
you were
speaking to,
saying.
I was speaking to Shawn earlier, and I said my plan on doing this is to use it as a lead into the gallows.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you think you wouldn't want to follow it with another book test, but if you've got another comedy mentalism bit in your show, you could use it as a lead into that. It doesn't really matter, but I think it is a nice lead. It's a great way to if you've been doing more magic related stuff
Mm-hmm.
and you want to translate lead into a bit of mentalism, I think this is a great way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what's great about it: that is all you need. 2 books, chuck them in your case, instant reset, ready to go every single time. You're good to go. So for the guys out there that are close-up performers and they've been wanting to add a bit of a cabaret show on the end to maybe upsell the show and want to put like a 20-minute, half-an-hour cabaret show together, this is 5 minutes.
I mean, it's parlour, it's staged. Just say not really close up, is it? But
You wouldn't want to be able to. You couldn't do this mix and mingle or walk around. Although you argued that Kerry Scorer probably could.
Kerry does a really good book test close up around the tables and that. It works really well.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying
Maybe
you
you
couldn't
could.
do it close up. If it's right for you, do it close up.
Yeah, I suppose so. I wouldn't, but I could see myself doing it. Parlour, cabaret, stage, absolutely, definitely, without a doubt.
What are you going to give it?
You know what? We based the marks on whether we're going to do it. I said to Dave, the second I saw Shawn put a presentation of this up, I said, I want to put this in my act. I'm definitely going to do this. I'm going to give it 97%, just because I know it's going into my act, and I know I'm going to do it, and I know I'm going to get a reaction from it. So, in fact, I've got a cabaret tomorrow, and I'm going to do it in the cabaret tomorrow.
I'll 98% again. I like it. I'll do it. It's a bit of a business. At some point, it's going to fill up time in my show for me. It's good. I'd do it.
Yeah. Can you expect anything less from a world champion?
No.